Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast today. These podcasts are brought to you in part by our sponsors, who really truly are what make these podcasts possible every week. O'Fallon Nutrition is a company that I've worked with for over 15 years. They're independently owned and operated, located here in O'Fallon, Missouri, right off of Highway K and Mexico Road. I call this place the Whole Foods of St. Charles County, but even if you are not located on this side of the river, it is still worth the drive. I can remember working all the way down at Powerhouse and still sending people out to O'Fallon Nutrition for their supplements. They are more than a supplement company. You can get grass-fed beef, salad dressing, seasoning for your cooking, hair care products, makeup, deodorant, toothpaste, essential oils, and all the vitamins and minerals that you can think of. If you're looking for clean, whole food nutrition, as well as home care, house care, skincare products, O'Fallon Nutrition is your place. You can take a look at them at o'fallonnutrition.com, or if you'd like to have something shipped, if you're listening to me from outside of St. Louis, you can certainly have items shipped. I know they do free shipping if it's an order over $50, and the phone number is 636-240-5283. Again, it's o'fallonnutrition.com. As well as if preparing your food on a weekly basis is your primary excuse for why you're not able to stay on a good, clean eating program, which is something that I hear very regularly from my clients, I would ask you to please take the time to check out Pure Plates. It's pureplatesstl.com. They are a phenomenal place. We get our food from there during the week. They deliver to our Integrity location. They will deliver to your house. They also are just available for pickup. You can go to their Chesterfield location or their Kirkwood location and just pick up meals for the day, as well as just having them delivered right to your door. So if preparing your food is your main excuse for why you cannot stay on a healthy eating program, then I would suggest just stop by Pure Plates. Just try it. If you're trying to lower your blood pressure, you're trying to lower your cholesterol, you're trying to get your blood sugar down, try to do Pure Plates meals for a week and just see how different you feel. These are organic meals. They are gluten-free. If you need them to be, they can be dairy-free. They are soy-free. You're not taking any processed sugars or meat curing agents or preservatives. They really, truly believe in nutrient-dense meals that are just whole food nutrition. And I've had my clients, or I've made recommendations for my clients for years at Pure Plates. It's pureplatesstl.com, or you can call them to ask questions at 636-778-3555. Again, remembering that they have a location in Chesterfield as well as in Kirkwood that you can just run by and pick up a meal today. Everyone always asks me where I get my meat from, and given that I really eat meat on a daily basis, typically beef primarily, my meat is very important to me. I have an autoimmune condition and I want grain-free, corn-free meat, and I just haven't found the confidence in stores in knowing that I'm getting 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And I have searched and searched and searched for the right farm, and I have found the farm. It's fedfromthefarm.com, fed, F-E-D, from thefarm.com. These farmers are amazing. It's a family. They're here in Missouri, and they have the desire, just like I do, to see people well and to see people healthy, and they put a lot into what they do. It's such a wonderful family to support. They do offer 100% grass-finished, grass-fed, meaning that's it. A beef, and I get my ribeyes, I get my ground beef, my ground sirloin, I get my chuck roast. I mean, they basically have everything. They even have awesome jerky, but they also have eggs, they have chickens, and they have turkey. I'm planning on getting a turkey for Thanksgiving, and if you'd like lamb, they have that as well. But if you are in need of good quality grass-fed, grass-finished beef, or quality eggs, chicken, turkey, don't just settle for what you're getting at the local store. to go out on the internet and check out Fed from the Farm. That you can arrange a pickup or you can have it delivered to your home. And I can guarantee you're going to taste the difference. For me, my health actually depends on it. So I really thank God to have found such a great farmer. Fedfromthefarm.com. I hope it blesses you.
Welcome to Faith, Fuel, and Fitness, the Integrity Way, with your hosts, John and Debbie Morris from Integrity Training Systems.
Hey everybody, this is Debbie Morris on Real Talk 93.3. I am so happy to be in the studio with you. I am the owner of Integrity Training Systems. Our location is in O'Fallon. We also have a location in Clayton. What is Integrity Training Systems? Well, we are a fitness and nutrition company. I like to say that we are a health and a lifestyle center because what we do is we really try to help people take their life to a different level in all areas of their life. I personally have been personal training and doing nutrition for over 20 years and started doing it because one day I just got so sick I almost died and couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So I had to start studying nutrition. And ended up finding doctors that could work with me through the functional medicine approach. And so I became functional nutrition certified, and since then have become certified in other areas of nutrition, including traditional Chinese medicine. And so I have spent a good portion of my life helping people find their way to wellness. And I'm not a doctor, but it is amazing how much food can be medicine for people and the healing that can come from it. And what a blessing it is to witness that, that's for sure. My husband is a personal trainer as well, and then we have a staff of personal trainers that work for us at both locations. I couldn't be more blessed with the staff that we have. They are a family. They have worked for me for years. We have a creed. We have a code of ethics. We have a set of standards that we follow at Integrity Training Systems. Of course, it requires integrity, basically. And so what we do is we really try to identify, the person that is most ideal for us. And that person that is most ideal for Integrity Training Systems is someone who wants more out of life, someone who's looking for more health, someone who's looking for more strength, more flexibility, more mobility, more stability, and someone who wants more focus, more clarity, more energy, more joy, more happiness, more mental stability, more energy that is not just physical, but energy that is also mental. These are quite literally all the things that we address with people. I work with folks on a 6-month nutrition program. I also have an online master's program where I do an hour's worth of cooking and an hour's worth of instructing on nutrition and exercise. We do so much to try to get people well, and it truly is our passion. And I'm here on the radio not because I'm a professional radio artist. That's for sure. I am not. Although I will say, I was thinking about it today, I have actually been on the radio, which this may not be a compliment to me because you might think, boy, it sounds like it's your first day on here. But I've actually been on the radio for probably 15 years now. And, I've been doing podcasts, since basically podcasts started. And I, really feel led by God to do it, and that's why I continue to do it. I feel like he prompts me to a message and that I'm sharing it for his good and for his glory. And I know when I'm doing that a seed is going to be planted in you that's listening, and that blessing's going to come from it. Maybe that will be blessing in your health. Maybe that'll be blessing in your finances. Maybe that'll be blessing in your business or in your relationships. But one way or another, I believe that the information that I'm about to impart on you will bless your life. And I believe that because I truly know that God's called me to do what I'm doing. So the other day I was listening to a YouTube video, and I went ahead and shared it with a good friend of mine. She just happens to also be my doctor, and she shared one back. So she'd been going through a special test or a special goal, and so I've been trying to send inspiring messages to her to keep her encouraged. And then just out of nowhere, she sent me one. And what's funny is that, I do spend my life inspiring, encouraging, motivating, what all the words that you want to say, others. And I am very passionate to do that. I was just at the grocery store up at Whole Foods, and at the checkout, this lady said, "Wow, you're so lucky to be able to do that for a living." When I told her what I did, and I said, "You know what? I do consider myself very lucky to do what I do." So when you are the one that's spending your day inspiring people, oddly, most people think you're just inspired. So you don't really need to be inspired. You don't really need to be built up. You don't really need to be fed because, you're doing such a darn good job inspiring everybody else. So no one really jumps out, through the window to encourage you because you're just walking around encouraged all the time. So why would you need to be encouraged? But it actually blessed me more than she probably knows when she sent me that message because I needed it. I always need it. I know God, sends me what I need exactly when I need it. And I was very thankful to get that message from her. So this message is Earl Nightingale. So it is a little bit of an older message, and it is outstanding information. And I want to talk about it today. I really do. I want to sit here and I want to break this down to you. The title of this message is called The Strangest Secret. I'm going to tell you right now, if you haven't heard that message, some of you are saying, "Oh, yeah, I've read that book," or "Yes, I've listened to that message." And when he's speaking, he's referring to playing the record. So if that tells you anything of how old it is, I know I used to have a record player. I don't know if you guys did. I'm 47, and we had 8 tracks too. But I definitely played some records in my day. So they're talking about playing the record. So he used to have a record of this. So look it up on whatever, platform you want to. It's Earl Nightingale, and it's called The Strangest Secret. So one of the things that he talks about is the amount of people that end up successful in their life. And so, his measure of success first was financially. And so he gives you an idea of about 100 people that, over the course of their life or the span of 60 years, how successful 100 people end up being. And he says that out of 100 people, only 5 of them are financially superior, meaning that they're not just financially stable, they're living in abundance to where they can actually help others. And then only about 10 to 15 of those are financially stable, meaning that they have enough. They don't necessarily have abundance, but they actually have enough. And the rest of them are either fighting their way by every day to get by, or they're broke. They're actually really struggling. And so he starts to talk about what it is that we think about on a daily basis and how we can think ourselves into success, or we can think ourselves basically into depression or defeat. And I spend my life talking to people about this. So I wanted to take his approach and kind of break it down, for you during this show. This isn't a show about finances, but it isn't really a show about any one particular thing, because our goals, our dreams, our hopes, our desires will never actually manifest themselves if we are living in a mind with a mindset that doesn't believe in it. If you don't think it's possible, it truly won't ever be possible. Although God is more than capable of exceeding our ability of thinking. But unfortunately, even the scripture says that we truly have to have a vision for it. And without vision, there's really not much hope, so we have to be able to see it in order for him to be able to bring that to pass. In fact, the Sermon on the Mount is very specific about that, which we'll ultimately end up discussing that together. But what I want to prompt you with for the rest of this show is for you to get your thinking caps on. And those thinking caps would be, what do I want out of my life? I don't care what age you are. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care where you're at. I really want you to think about what you want out of your life. Where do you want that next step to be? Do you want more health? Do you want more strength? Do you want to look different? Do you want to be able to do something different for a living? Do you want to position yourself in a way to where you can take care of your family differently? Whatever that is, I want us to spend this next show trying to figure out what we're going to be able to do to help you accomplish it. Because I truly believe in my heart, and I've witnessed it time and time again throughout my career, that it's possible and that anything's possible. And if you have faith, I can assure you that anything's possible. So for more information on what we do at Integrity, helping you to get more out of your life and in just putting you in a position where we can take these goals, we can take these hopes, these desires, these dreams, and we can start to bring them to pass. Of course, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some action on your part, but we can put a plan in place. We can hold you to a higher standard. We can keep you accountable for those standards and really make the difference in your health and in your life, which will ultimately make a difference in your family, in your business, in every part of your life. For more information on what we do at Integrity Training Systems, please take a look at us at integritytrainingsystems.com or give us a call at 636-299-2208. And for more information on gluten-free, dairy-free, nutrient-dense baked goods delivered to your doorstep, take a look at sophiesbakery.com. Hey everybody, glad to be back. This is Debbie Morris on Real Talk 93.3. I am here from Integrity Training Systems. We are talking about goals. We're talking about thinking. Again, I'm going back to that Earl Nightingale's message, The Strangest Secret, but I'm also going to just talk to you, just about how it can impact so many different areas of your life. It is a wonderful message. If you haven't looked it up, please go out and Google it right now. So thinking about becoming nothing, we will become nothing. Thinking about being unhealthy, we will become unhealthy. The mind doesn't care about what you plant in it. It will return poison if you continue to plant poison. It will return success if you continue to plant success. You shall reap what you sow. This is what Earl Nightingale says. It's also what the Bible says. But at the end of the day, it's such a real situation. When I meet with folks that want to lose weight, when they first come in the door, they're ready to make a transition. They're actually really quite eager in most cases, unless they're being drug in, by a spouse or something like that, then they're not so eager. But for the most part, they know that they're at a point where something has to give and they have to change something or they're not going to be okay. So they're ready to take on anything that I give them, and they're ready to take that advice and just go after it. Now, in the mind, it's very easy for a person to come in and say, I'm a sugar addict. I've been addicted to food. I've never been able to get past this point. Every time I get to 100-pound weight loss, I shrink back and I end up gaining weight. I can never get past that 60-pound mark. They're committing to memory all of these failures, and those failures are becoming their reality. And it's actually becoming a pattern that they're committing to, all because of that line of thinking. It seems like such a basic concept that we can think our way into health, but it's where it starts. Yes, we have to go to the grocery store. We have to get the food. We have to make choices at the restaurant. We have to start moving. There are things that we have to do on our part, but we can do the moving, we can do the shopping, and we can do the cooking. And if we keep committing ourselves to believing that we are a failure when it comes to health, when it comes to wellness, when it comes to truly being enough, we will continue to fail time and time again. One thing that Earl said in this message is that all priceless possessions are free. They didn't cost us a thing. The ability to love, our mind, our body, and our spirit, none of that cost us anything. And yet we usually kind of take it for granted. A lot of times people think the things that matter the most are the things that we invest in. If I don't put money towards something, it's not really worth it to me. I won't make the commitment to it. hey, in some cases, that's actually true. I know for my program, if someone hasn't invested in it over the years, maybe a parent would purchase it for a family member, or I've watched employers purchase it for employees, all these different situations. And I can just see the person, they don't have a stake in it. They didn't put their hard-earned money into it. And, my program is not inexpensive. It's an investment. And so if they haven't put that money into it, then of course, maybe they don't have the same, a desire to work as hard. But what he was saying this for is because what we don't realize is we take for granted that building our mind every day could quite possibly be the most important thing that we do every day, because it's the catalyst to complete transformation in all areas of our life. The first thing it's the catalyst for is our faith. If we secure our mind in the things above, in the Word of God, we are going to be so much more secure in all the steps that we take for the remainder of that day. How we treat our family, how we secure our household, how we treat others, what we're doing with our time, how we're helping others. So we also are going to commit to the right food, commit to the amount of exercise, commit to a cleaner house, commit to a more efficient job at our job. If we are building ourselves to believe that we're capable of doing that and that it's a priority. I know I should start walking. I know I should start exercising. Don't know it, do it. And tell yourself you're capable of doing it. I'm strong enough to do this. I'll start with 5 minutes. I'll move on to 10 minutes. I'll move on to 15 minutes. At one point, I will walk 30 minutes. It is important. It is what it's going to take for me to get well. And I'm strong enough. I have enough faith and know that God is with me and He will encourage me through the process. And my strength comes from Him. I am strong in the Lord. At the end of the day, whatever the circumstances, maybe it's your food, maybe it's needing to start prepping your food. Stop saying you don't have time to prep the food. Start saying, God, give me the wisdom and show me how to make the time. I want to be healthy. I will make prepping my food a priority. If it means I have to stay up late, if it means I have to get up early, if it means I have to decide not to go out with my friends, if it means I have to decide not to sit down and watch a movie, I will take the time. I will get my food prepared. But stop saying what you can't do and start saying what you will do. It's okay to acknowledge weakness. I think it's important to be aware where your weakest link is, only so that you can start focusing on how you're going to turn that in eventually to becoming one of your strengths. Some of my greatest, weakest moments are what actually turned me in to the strongest person that I am today. First of all, my weakest moment was when I passed out on my driveway and was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. And I have since become a professional certified functional nutrition coach because of it, almost 25 years later. Had that not happened, my weakest moment where I didn't know if I was going to make it or not, and I spent the next 2 years fighting for my health, had I not had the mindset of where I wanted to be, how I was going to get there, acting as if I had been healed and refusing to give up, that weakest moment was the catalyst to so much change in my life, and it's made me capable of changing so many others. So no matter where your circumstances are, we need to get your mindset right and get you speaking your way through that. That's what we do at Integrity. That's not just, our nutrition program is 6 months. It's not just about teaching a person what to eat. It's teaching a person how to live. It's teaching a person how to think. It's teaching a person how to organize their time, how to create the pattern of set a pattern of standards for your life that is going to put you in the trajectory of good health and success, and then holding you to that standard and holding you accountable for that standard. That is what we do at Integrity with personal training and nutrition coaching.
For more information on Integrity Training Systems, please go out and take a look at integritytrainingsystems.com or give us a call at 636-299-2208. For more information on nutrient-dense, gluten-free, dairy-free baked goods delivered to your doorstep, please take a look at us at sophiesbakery.com. Hey everybody, this is Debbie Morris with Real Talk 93.3. I am so happy to be online and on the radio with you today. God bless you for listening. I pray this message is blessing you. Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. What a blessing it was for me. I've listened to it 4 times, and I was just thankful to know that someone cared enough about me that they were trying to encourage me. All the while, I was trying to encourage them and make them strong. So what an awesome thing that I received that message. Shared it with my staff. I've shared it with a number of people because I thought it was a fantastic message. It is what I preach on a regular basis. So another message that he stated was the people that get somewhere in this life are the people that get up and get after it. Familiarity breeds contentment. Most of us operate on 10% of our abilities. Plant seeds in your mind and work towards them steadily. See yourself reaching the goal. Get a vision for it. Every one of us is the sum total of his own thoughts. We are guided by our mind. As you believe, so shall it be done. So let's talk a little bit about familiarity and how it breeds contentment. Again, let's go back to that 100-pound weight loss. I've watched it happen more times than I can count. And I'm telling you, more times than I can count. Several clients lose 100 pounds, but they still need to lose 30 more. They still need to lose 60 more. Some of them still need to lose 100 more, okay? But they've lost 100 pounds, and praise God, they've lost 100 pounds. So it's not an easy thing. I mean, this is an extremely, big thing. I mean, I'm applauding them for the work that they've put in, but they still have work to go. They tend to rest before the mission is complete, okay? Now, the mission of good health is never complete. So there's really never a rest in fighting for it every single day. You never have this moment where it's like, when do I get to go back to the old food? Well, the old food was toxic, and it made you so sick that you were in a position where you had to come and see me. Should we ever go back to the old food? I mean, is that going to make sense for you? But at that point, you might say, oh, everyone's complimenting me. I'm wearing clothes that are 3 sizes smaller. I feel so much better than I did before. But in your heart, you had a plan. You had a goal. You had a dream. You had a desire. What's keeping you from going after it? What's keeping you from fighting for it? What's stalling you? Contentment. You're content. You're content with the 100 pounds. You're content with the 60 pounds. You're content with the 40 pounds. You're content with changing some of your clothes, even though you know you really have another place that you want to be. I saw a picture today of a coffee shop and a bakery that was in New York City, and it was 2 stories high, and it was just gorgeous. It was just this absolutely gorgeous place. I sent it to my friend Rochelle that owns K-Build. She was on a version of the radio with me a couple weeks ago, and they came on and talked about success and just what it's taken for them to get where they're at. They have an incredibly successful business. And I sent her that picture of that coffee shop because I knew she would know what I was thinking when I sent it. And I said, it's okay to dream big, right? I have a vision of a fitness center that when people come to it, they feel like they're escaping everything that they want to be away from. They feel like they're in a different place. And she said, if you don't dream big like that, no, you'll never achieve it. If you don't set something that high or that big in front of you, you'll always settle. You'll always be content with where you're at. And let me just tell you, there'd be nothing wrong with me being content with where I'm at. I am blessed and highly favored. I have an incredible bakery. It's serving the community. A lot of people are getting really well because of it. I have an amazing gym, and I really help a lot of people with everything that I do. It would be 100% okay for me to be content where I'm at, but I'm not. Why am I not? Because I know God's called me to something greater than what I'm doing, where I'm at. It's not just about the car. It's not just about the house. It's not just about what I look like in a swimsuit. It's about how many more people can I help. It's about how much bigger of a situation is on our hands with how unhealthy our world is today and how many people need to hear the message of good health and the good news of the gospel. And my business does both of those. I want a place so full of life and so full of light that you can't walk in the door without knowing that there's faith present in that building and without knowing that health can be imparted into you just from entering that building. And that's what we have right now. But what I want to say to you is, what areas of your life have you become content with? Okay? Even though you can feel that gut check, you can feel that poke of the Holy Spirit, or just your own gut saying, you know, you want more than that. You know, you want to lose more weight. You know, you want to get off that blood pressure medication. You know, you want to not take, that metformin or take that insulin anymore. You know that you can be better than what you are. You know, you want to be able to walk again. You know, you want to not have that knee pain anymore or that back pain anymore. And you know, it's going to take stretching. It's going to take some foam rolling. It's going to take mobility. Maybe it's going to take finally hiring that trainer so that they can work with you and help you. The contentment breeds and it becomes contagious in all areas of your life. Suddenly you'll be content in your relationship. Maybe you won't buy flowers on the holiday anymore. Maybe you won't handwrite cards anymore. Maybe you won't tell your family member that you love them before you go to sleep at night. And then God forbid they don't wake up the next day. Maybe you just start getting content with your kids, with the things that they're doing. You're just allowing them to, continue to do some things when you know you need to stay on top of it with them because you're the one that's responsible for the person that they're going to become. Maybe you're content with your house being a little bit too messy. Maybe you're content with the fact that you're eating drive-through food every day because you just simply don't have the time to go to the grocery store when they literally deliver from the grocery store right now. So you don't even have to go. It can be on your doorstep by the time you get home. You can't afford that? Well, you know what? You actually can't afford not to. It's $15, $25, $30 to have it delivered. How much are you paying for the metformin? How much are you paying for the blood pressure medication? How much are you paying to go see the doctor? How much are you paying for the days of work that you have to miss to do any of that? How much are you paying in your relationship because you don't feel good, because you don't want to do things, because you're in a bad mood? What's going on? Where are you with this contentment? That word, it prompted my spirit when I heard that, and I thought, dang it, that's the work of the enemy right there. That's exactly what he wants to do. That's the foothold that the enemy will have on us. He will breed contentment in our community so that we don't take it a step further, so that we're never trying to level up, so that we're never really trying to get past where we know God has called us to truly be, and we'll just kind of stay under the radar. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to your health, if you're staying content with where you're at, we can bust you out of that. We can put you into a place where you go so much further than you ever thought possible. I have seen it happen time and time again. The people that didn't believe it was possible, they come in the door, they think, I'd just be happy if I could get off this medication, or I would just be happy if I could lose a little bit of weight. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do all of it. We're going to help you find a way to do all of it. And it took them changing their thinking. They fire off like a machine gun all the reasons that they can't do it, and I fire right back at them. But my gun is so much more powerful because it's a faith-fueled mission, okay? And I come back at them strong and hard and tell them all the reasons why they can do it and all the reasons why I'm going to stand behind them and be the backbone with them until they do it. And that's exactly how our personal trainers are as well. But you can do this alone. You can do it with me. You can do it with my staff, but you can also do it alone. But always do it with the Lord. He is the true backbone, okay? He is the one and only backbone. And the Bible says, as you believe, so shall it be done to you. If we don't believe for it, if we're so down and out that we can't believe for it, we can't manifest the faith to believe for it, you have got to reach out. You've got to find someone. This is why going inside the church matters, because when we congregate together, there's energy in that. You will gain something from that. This is why going into Integrity Training Systems to work out instead of being in your basement, it matters. You're built up by the people around you. You're inspired by the people that have already accomplished it. You have people that support you and believe in you and commit to continuing to fuel you with faith. And so don't try to do it alone. If you are not believing for yourself, get with some people that can equip you with the right word and with the right tools to get you on a path where you can start to believe for yourself. We can certainly do that with you at Integrity, but if you're not going to use us, find somebody that can and will, because you have got to start believing for bigger and for better in your life, in your health, in your relationships, in your finances. Favor comes to those who truly believe for it, for those who speak it, and for those who claim it over their life. Every day I say I am blessed and highly favored. Every day I say I am healthy and stronger every day in every way. And thank you, God, for that. It is because of you. Every day I say my finances are stable and they are coming in abundance so that I can help, so that I can lend and not borrow. And I will continue to help people with every source and everything that God provides for me. I want that same thing for you. I want that same passion. I want that same fire. I want to help you to ignite that in this next segment. I'm going to give you a suggested goal, a 30-day action plan that I really want you guys to listen to. So hang on, stay on for the next segment. It's not my action plan. It's Earl Nightingale's action plan. I'll tell you what, he's done something with his life. So if you don't trust me, trust Earl, okay? It's a good plan. We can get you to a different place with these simple decisions and simple ideas. This is what we do at Integrity Training Systems. We inspire you. We encourage you. We do everything we can to try to build that foundation of strength in you. Yes, we do it physically in the gym, but we do it mentally, because if you don't have a strong mind, you will never have a strong body. And I have some of the biggest, baddest bodybuilders I know, and you could crush them behind closed doors because their mind is so weak. They are not strengthening their mind. They are only strengthening the outer man, not the inner man. Faith comes in. You can bring a strong man to his knees when you start to present that faith to them and they don't have it and they feel that gap and they know that they need it. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to help you with, to truly achieve the health that you've always dreamed of. For more information on a 6-month nutrition program with myself, or for an online master's class where we do 1 hour of cooking, 1 hour of nutrition, as well as exercise instruction, you can take a look at us at integritytrainingsystems.com, or to schedule a free personal fitness assessment with any of our personal trainers at either location. You can give us a call at 636-299-2208. Don't forget about my personal bakery. It's amazing. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's nutrient-dense. Cookies, muffins, brownies, they are all so amazing, and your family will love them, and they are so nutritious for you. SophiesBakery.com, delivered to your doorstep. Hang with me. everybody. This is Debbie Morris with Integrity Training Systems on the radio with Real Talk 93.3. So glad to be here with you. I pray that this message has been a blessing to you. I really do truly feel passionate about it. I've been going over Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. I'm not sure if you guys have have listened to it, have looked it up. I've listened to it quite a few times. In fact, it blessed me. And it's interesting that I had never heard it before. But after everything that we talked about today and all of this information, I want to try to equip you with what he calls the 30-day test. Okay, I love this. I love action. I think we could talk all day long about how to be inspired. I think we can talk all day long about how to get healthier and how to start exercising. But as soon as I go off the radio and you go on to the next station you wouldn't change stations. Why would you do that? That would be ridiculous. But you go on to the next show, or you go on to the next thing that you're doing, what happens? Do you do it? Do you get out there and exercise? Do you go to the grocery store? Do you prep the food? Do you sit down and write down a plan? Where is the action? Okay, so now we need to take action. So Earl's 30-day test is that he wants you to do this. Get out a piece of paper and be prepared to write something down. The first thing he wants you to do is think positive. I know that sounds so corny and so basic, like, okay, Deb, like we don't all know that. Well, if you're not thinking positive, then you don't know it because you're not doing it. And the whole show has been about how your mindset is going to transform your life. So everyone loves this new 75 hard, okay? It's like, work out twice a day, drink all your water, get your food in, blah, blah, blah. I think it's awesome. I love that it was created. I love that you're setting standards for people and expecting them to chase a higher standard. I respect that on so many levels. I feel like this is the mental 75 hard. Okay, so what he's saying is you mess up, you start thinking the wrong way, you start thinking you're a failure, you start thinking you can't do it, you start thinking you're a sugar addict, you always mess up, you can never do a diet. Guess what? 30 days starts over. It's just like your 75 hard starts over. You don't get your workout in, you don't get your water in, you don't do one of the things you're supposed to do, 75 hard starts all over. You go back to day one. Well, let's not go back to day one. Let's do this for 30 days, and let's really, really do this. Let's not manifest anything negative about ourselves. All right, the second part of this test, and this is the part that we write down, set a goal, write the goal, refuse to believe anything but that the goal can be accomplished. What is the goal? You don't have to figure out how you're going to get the goal done. You don't have to figure out the path to the goal. You don't have to figure out if the goal's even possible. You just need to write a goal down. Mine would be to be at optimal health. It would be to love my family with all my heart. It would be to achieve true financial freedom to where I can bless so many other people in so many ways. That's my goal. Every day I fight for that goal. You know why I fight for all those goals? Because God's in every single one of those. My optimal health means I can serve him better. My strong love for my family means they see the love of God through me, okay? This financial superior freedom, this premium financial blessing means I can help provide more for kingdom purposes. So at the end of the day, my primary goal is to please God and honor him in all that I do and to leave a legacy of faith in everything that I do. But write down the goal. Maybe it's that you just want to be able to walk 20 minutes every single day. Maybe it's that you want to make $1 million. Maybe it's that you want to open your own business. Maybe it's that you want to get married and find your mate. You know, it better not be that you want to get divorced. But it needs to be something, and you need to get it down, and you need to get a mind for it. Okay, so write it down. And the other thing that's part of this test, this is the part where you're probably going to be like, okay, I'm done listening to you, Debbie. I know it's hard, but you know what? Last night, it really inspired me when he said it. And, well, a couple nights ago when I listened. He said, save 10% of what you earn. Now, I tithe 10% of what we earn. If I'm capable of tithing 10% of what we earn, then I should be capable of saving 10% of what we earn. I'm tired of making excuses for it. I'm going to save 10% of what we earn this month. And if I have to live on less, if I have to sell a car, if I have to sell something out of my house, I'm going to do it because I'm going to save 10% this month. And tomorrow and next month, I'm going to do it again. I am going to call my Edward Jones agent and I'm going to say, hi, guess what? I'm going to give you this much more money this month. And she's going to look at me and go, wow, that's a lot more than what you're currently giving me. And I'm going to go, I know, I'm super excited. What are we going to do with it? Okay. I may need to grab a little for this project and I may need to grab a little for that project. And then I may need a little bit for retirement. So please don't put it all in one basket, but I'm saving 10%. He prompted me. He gave me that desire. It is in my heart. I feel confident that I can make this happen. Set a goal, write it down. Now we need to act on that goal. Every day we are going to act on it by taking control of our mind and taking control of what we allow ourselves to think about, giving ourselves hope and giving ourselves the belief that it's possible. No matter how dark or how grim a situation has been, I have always had a vision of what that gym would look like and the lives that would be changed when they'll walk into it. Now I have a gym of what the bakery and the coffee shop inside the gym is going to look like, and the kids that are going to be running around it, and the moms and the dads that are going to be sitting there together drinking coffee instead of being in a bar. They're going to be in my coffee shop. I have a vision of it. No matter how challenging the current set of circumstances are, no one can take away that dream and that goal, and my mind is focused to it. Put your mind towards it. Working towards the goal will build your confidence. Every step that you take towards a goal makes you stronger. It makes you more confident. You feel somewhat resilient because you're actually doing something. You're actually doing something to better you. Saving that money is going to make you feel more financially stable. You might only save $500. You might only save $50, okay? That's $50 richer than you were before. It's $500 richer than you were before. You blow a tire next week, you're going to be able to pay for it. You're not going to have to put it on a credit card, all right? Act as though it's impossible to fail. Be persistent. Being persistent is actually an act of faith. Stay consistent and keep working towards the goal. Don't give up on the possibility that this goal can come to pass. Give more of yourself than ever before. Help more people. Whatever you do, whatever the role is, do it with joy. Do it with laughter. Do it with pleasure, but give more. Give more. If you're bagging groceries, be kind, be caring. Give more when you bag those groceries. I don't care what your job is. Give more in it in this next month. Give it 110%, not just 100%. And watch what you will reap for sowing that into other people. Compliment people, thank people, bless people, build people up, bring faith into other people. You will find yourself riding above the depression, riding above the anxiety, riding above the difficulties and the challenges because you're not so sunk in them every day. You're seeing something possible. You're seeing something better. You're seeing something ahead of you. I'm believing God that this is going to change someone's life today. I pray it's much more than one person, but I'll tell you right now, it's changed mine. I'm already going to start saving 10%. So that's a big change. Okay. I do save some money now, but I'm going to save 10% more. We can do this. Okay. And we can certainly help you at Integrity if you need the help doing it. I would love to tell you about what we do for nutrition. I would love to tell you about what we can do with exercise and how to teach you how to grocery shop and how to teach you how to cook. I have 5 cookbooks I can share with you. We have so much that we can do to get you on a path to health and wellness, but you have to take the action step. Please try this 30-day test with me and message me and tell me how it goes. I want to hear about it. Take a look at us at integritytrainingsystems.com for a free personal fitness assessment with any of our personal trainers, or for information on the 6-month nutrition program. You can give us a call at 636-299-2208, 2208. Don't forget about my healthy bakery, sophiesbakery.com, gluten-free, dairy-free, nutrient-dense baked goods delivered to your doorstep. I pray that this message resonates and it plants a seed in your heart, and it promotes the desire for change in every area of your life, especially your health, especially your wellness. You can do this. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. God bless you, and thank you so much for listening.